What's your reaction to the case and the fact that he's now a free man?
Morning, Ben. I think there are two very, very important points that come out of this. The first one is the tactical environment. I think it draws a very important spotlight into the very dangerous and the very complex environments that politicians are asking our troops, our soldiers, our sailors and our airmen to go into against an unconventional threat. And what I mean by that is I was sent a video yesterday of GoPro footage of Iraqi federal police who were walking on to a wounded Islamic State fighter about 15 kilometers south of Mosul, and the fighter blew himself up. Thankfully, the Iraqi federal police, no one was severely injured. But this is the sort of type of threat under the rules of engagement that we're asking our troops to go into. So it draws a spotlight onto the complexities of that. So when our politicians are deciding to send ground troops in, this brings light onto exactly what we're asking them to do, not just the physical dangers, but the mental dangers. I think the second point, though, which is also important to address, is the rule of law. And the rule of law is what governs our society. We fight for our freedoms, for the rule of law, to provide a security blanket where we can go to work, we can go to market, and we can do those things that people who are in Baghdad or in Kabul, for example, are struggling with at the moment. So it's incumbent to investigate any potential breaches of this rule of law, but it's also important to take into consideration the mitigating circumstances and what we're asking our troops to do. And the final point, and that's number 3, and I know you said there are only 2, the final point is that responsibility, Ben, lies with the chain of command. It's not just the individual. The chain of command is Sergeant Blackman's commanding officer. The chain of command is the brigade commander who's the commanding officer's one up. The chain of command ultimately goes all the way up to the Prime Minister. And all I would ask and all I would suggest is that when these situations come up, it's incumbent of everyone to look at what they've done in getting to this place and how they would do something different.